there's this one character named Modto who immediately shows up on scene. He's this chameleon, and he's I want to say like Eastern Europe, sort of like, you know how there's some like the NBA has people from Eastern Europe that are just complete weirdos that come over and are excellent basketball players. They're weird in the best ways. Because Moto was like, who is it? I was like, who is this weirdo? And like immediately he won me over. He's just like complete bonkers, off the wall. I mean, I'm gonna say weirdo one more time.
What's going on, everyone? I am Phil, along here with Joe.
Hey Phil, I am super excited about movies that are coming out this weekend. It's a big, hefty, beefy weekend of movies. You've got like the Chris Hemsworth spy movie with Ruffalo and Halle Berry. You've got Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which is a Sam Rockwell time travel movie, which looks fantastic. You've got the Joe Curry, Liam Neeson sci-fi horror something. Uh, all these movies, I'm like, these sound great. I can't wait to see them all. But I have kids, so I went to go see Goat first, and I'm glad I did because it turned out to be pretty terrific. Have you heard of Goat? Are you familiar with the Goat?
I mean, I think didn't they also have a commercial for the Super Bowl?
Did they really?
I I want to say maybe. I don't know because I'm aware of that movie, and the only TV that I watch is football.
Well, it is sports related. It's football adjacent, kind of. uh, and it is produced and co-starring Steph Curry, who I think most football fans, even if they're not basketball fans, would still be aware of him as a sports presence. Like, I feel like if you love sports, then you've seen Steph Curry in commercials or like in your Sports Illustrated that you buy or whatever. Uh, so you got to be at least a little bit aware of him. And this is his latest project, and it's a movie about a goat who's sort of he keeps saying he's medium size, but he's going to play into this world's version of the NBA, and everyone in that league is gigantic. You got lions, jungle cats, other jungle cats. You've got rhinos and giraffes, and there's an ostrich, but she is still bigger than him as a goat. So he's not like welcomed in with open arms. He's sort of looked down upon. But it's his dream, and he's determined to make it come true. And it's a movie about how he does, you know, wiggle himself in and sort of help elevate a team that's on hard times and bring them to a place where they can start winning games again. Really, I mean, as I describe it, a really generic underdog
Mm.
sports comedy that is kind of bulletproof. Like, people love this kind of movie, and there's a reason that it works because it's easy and fun, and it makes you feel good. And this movie certainly ticks all those boxes. Um, I was excited to see that it is from the same animation company that did K-pop Demon Hunter and the Spider-Verse movies. And so visually, this movie is out of control, just really fantastic. And that all of what they can do lends itself really well to slam dunks and, you know, dribbling. No, but all the action that you have. I mean, what's great about, but it's not just these animals playing basketball, but like in this world, there are regions, and the different regions have effect on the court. So like there's a snow region, and that region has like, you know, snow. There's an underground region where like there are stalactites that might fall in the middle of the match. The final showdown takes place in a basketball court that is essentially an active volcano. Like, yeah, so it heightens everything. It's very fun, and it looks gorgeous. It's really nice. But compared to Kapop and I'm saying Kapop for fun. I'm not an idiot. To compare, well, I mean, that doesn't make me not an idiot. Okay, so compared to Kapop and to Spider-Man, uh, both of those were kind of unique approaches on what they were doing. Like, you know, sort of the Spider-Verse and the multiverse aspect of that, and K-pop Demon Hunters, what they were doing, were all they. It felt like great animation, or groundbreaking animation combined with a groundbreaking sort of idea for the genre they were tackling. This is a tried and true idea that we've seen 1,000 times before, combined with groundbreaking animation. So if I'm comparing it to the other animated features in this that come from this animation house, I mean, it's got to take a hit. It's not working on this, it's not working on the same level, but this is easily the most accessible of all of them. Like a 3-year-old would be as excited about this as a 50-year-old would be. So it's accessible, and it is fun, and it's more family friendly for sure. Yeah. But good times, really good stuff. What else do I want to say about it? Oh, it's funny as hell. There's this one character named Modto who immediately shows up on scene. He's this chameleon, and he's I want to say like Eastern Europe, sort of like, how there's some like the NBA has people from Eastern Europe that are just complete weirdos that come over and are excellent basketball players, but
Mhm.
they're
Yeah.
but personality wise they're just like, over the top, or like just culturally doing their own thing. I'm not trying to sound negative about this. They're weird in the best ways. Because Moto was like, who is it? I was like, who is this weirdo? And like immediately he won me over. He's just like complete bonkers, off the wall. I mean, I'm gonna say weirdo one more time. He's played by Nick Kroll, who seems to get his hooks into movies like this. He's in the Sing franchise too. Are you familiar with Sing? It's a different talking animal picture.
I mean, I'm aware they exist. I've not
Right.
actually seen them.
And he plays a completely weird, I mean, European weirdo. Like, same thing. And steals the show, kind of. He also, are you familiar with the movie called Uncle Drew, which is closer to this movie, actually, because it's a basketball movie?
I don't think I am actually.
All right, that's a basketball movie about old basketball players coming and playing like a tournament, like a street tournament. And all the players are, you know, 30, 40-year olds, like they're real NBA basketball players in old people makeup, which is very funny. But it's an excellent movie. It stars Little Rel. It's great. Uh, Nick Kroll comes in and plays the bad guy in that movie and is insane. Again, I don't know where he's from in Europe, but he's a complete weirdo and he steals scenes. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like he's very funny, and he's very funny here. The character of Moto, like we were walking out, like doing a little Moto dance that he does at the end, and like just being like Team Moto for life. And my son's like, "Yep," and he was sincere about it. So, um, go for goat, stay for Moto.
Nice. So when you mentioned Eastern European basketball player, my mind also weirdo. My mind like inevitably went to Winston from New Girl
Oh sure,
because
yeah,
didn't
just
he
like
play in European, like Eastern European basketball league?
that sounds right. Yeah. I It's the same. He would have fit in great over there. I mean, we sound terrible. Like I'm sure Eastern Europe is a beautiful place, but there is like a cultural shift, like where like it's not that you don't fit in, but like you march to your own drum, and that's normal anywhere. If I went anywhere that I wasn't used to being, I would be the stupid American weirdo. I'm the stupid American weirdo here in New Jersey, so we're good. I'm owning it. I'm gonna own it.
So when you mentioned uh, this movie Goat, like in my mind, I imagined what the pitch session was like
Oh yeah,
for this. Like in my mind, it's Steph Curry went to this animation studio and was like, "I want to be the goat,"
yeah. And they're like,
and
"You are the goat champ."
the animation studio is like, "What does he mean by that?" Like, and they're like writing this down. They're like, "Steph Curry equals goat," and then he's like, "I want to be the goat," and he's like, "You know what that means, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we know. You're the goat. You're the goat." And then like 6 months later, they show him this like, oh, that's not what I meant.
He's like, "What the hell is this? I wanna be the greatest of all time." And they're like, "Oh, sure." I would like I would like to imagine, um, that it went a little bit differently. I became a huge fan of Steph Curry through the show Holy Moly. It is a high stakes mini golf show with stunts and things like that. And he was a producer and a featured character on the show where like these teams would basically play mini golf and then they'd get to the end and Steph Curry would try to shoot a shot for them. So he was on every episode and he always came off really like humble and casual and fun. Like he's willing to do this stupid show about mini golf. Which honestly, very fun. I'm sure it's on Hulu or whatever. Go watch Holy Moly. There's 4 seasons, hosted by Rob Riggle and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they're a perfect hosting pair. Very fun show. Uh, but he always came off as very humble and sort of just like happy to be there and just like a man of the people. So I can't imagine him going in and be like, "I'm the greatest of all time. Make a movie about me for the whole family about me being the greatest of all time." I feel like in my mind, it went more like they came to him and said like, "Hey, we love your story about how you're kind of like an underdog that sort of like, a shorter than average basketball player that made it to the league and sort of put his mark on the map and is the greatest of all time. We want to make a movie about that, and we're going to do it with animals. And isn't it funny that greatest of all time is called goat, and goats are animals? Did you know? And then the character could be a goat. I would like to imagine that that's how the pitch went. Like they pitched it to him, as opposed to him being like, "I'm the greatest of all time," and then not understanding what he was talking about.
But I like the thought that the animation studio doesn't know what goat means in that context. Also,
Yeah,
doesn't know what basketball is.
of course. Yeah, they're like, "There's volcanoes in basketball, right?" Well, whatever they did, it worked because Goat is totally watchable, good time fun.
So everyone, have you seen Goat? What'd you think? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Also, if you haven't watched all of this yet, there's no chance that um, you haven't, because if you're at this point, you've probably watched all of it. But there's a 90-second version of it if you want to take a look at that one instead. But since you're here, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
If you made it this far, you got to hit that subscribe button. Like, you owe it to yourself, not us, yourself.
Yeah, or yourself. But we'll catch you all in the next one.